Hello, Aries. Welcome to my channel. I'm Mr. Genie. This reading is for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It's a timeless reading. When you were guided here, you were meant to hear this message. If it's your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And thank you for your support. I'm Mr. Genie. I'm from the USA. But currently I live on a little island in the Caribbean. I'm interested to know where you're listening from, so drop it in the comments. I love seeing the different places around the world Spirit's message is reaching. It also gives us opportunity, Aries, to connect with each other. Each week I have a giveaway for my followers and subscribers. I give away a free live reading. In order to enter, of course, you have to be a follower or a subscriber. And also you have to write in the comments, I believe in miracles. I'm excited to announce I have subscriptions available. Thank all of you who've already subscribed. It's very exciting for many reasons. For one thing, it's completely different than the public forum. On the private subscription forum, I'll be able to really get in depth with the readings and clarify. As the further you clarify, the more information you have, the better the advice that you're receiving from Spirit. Also, I'll be able to use very powerful tarot and oracle decks that I can't use here. And another thing too, which strongly makes me excited, is because I'm not just a tarot reader, I'm a mystic. I've been working with my spirit team for decades, and we've helped many people get through very tough times or big decisions. And I would love to share more about the spiritual and the mystical part of what it is that we do, that there's just no time and it's just not possible on the public forum. And of course, there's all kinds of fun perks like live interaction and discounts and all kinds of good stuff like that. So I invite you all to subscribe. At this time, I'd like you to think of a question that you have for Spirit, where you would like a yes or no answer. Then think of a number 1 through 4. At the end of the reading, I will ask Spirit to answer your question. So stay tuned. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit. We're pulling messages from the Angels' Answers, and we're clarifying with the Heavenly Bloom Tarot. What is the situation for Aries at this time? Thank you, Spirit. We have, there's something better. So maybe, sometimes when we ask God for something and we don't get it and it ticks us off, but it's usually because God has something better for us. Let's see what this is all about. Please clarify for Aries' highest, greatest good and guidance, Spirit. What is this there's something better all about? We have here the 10 of Laurels, which is the 10 of Pentacles. This is my till death do us part, happily ever after card. This is about long-term commitments, long-term contracts, something that will last a lifetime. So for some of you here, maybe you're in a situation here that just is not got all the sustainability to last long-term. So Spirit, it's kind of like tough love that a parent gives a child, and God is the same way with us, where sometimes, we feel bad when we want something so bad, and God says, no, 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 no. Not that God doesn't want us to have or to deprive us of anything, but it's because He has something better for us. And now we have the 5 of Cups. This is all about regrets. And maybe, the 5 of Cups is the energy of regrets, but also like, well, what if this and what if that and maybe should have and could have and would have. It's an energy of really kind of being in limbo, because when something isn't working out, we're always trying to find a way to make it work out. Even though in our gut we feel like, no, this doesn't have even what it is that I want. And a lot of times we're in love, and I'm not only talking about romantic love, just in love with an idea of what we would like it to be like, what we would love it to be like. So when we have to let it go, it's difficult because we're letting go of like an illusion. However, God knows the reality of everything and has something better. Death could be dealing with the Scorpio. Yes, things are going to transform. Something will die here, but Spirit has something better that's going to birth after this death. And now we have the Five of Wands. Yeah, I feel here that in this prior situation here, there were a lot of complications, disagreements, maybe even some drama or some chaos for some of you here. But you're like fighting for it because you want it so bad. But remember what I just said. A lot of times we're holding on to what we would have wanted to be, what we love it to be. And when it's not that, we kind of go into a little battle of the mind because we don't want to let it go. It's common. I'm not lecturing you. It's natural human behavior. And now we have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, the Eight of Swords is really being all up in your head and stressed out. And like I said, I felt that strongly here with the Five of Cups and the Five of Wands. That's all the shoulda, woulda, couldas, and what if this and what if that. And you're really not getting anywhere, but it's because you're holding on so tightly to something that you feel is so wonderful. But in reality, it's an illusion. It's what you wanted it to be, not what it actually is. The Knight of Wands, yeah. I could have called this one was going to come out. And I remind you, there's no gender in tarot. I could have told you the Knight of Wands was going to come out because this is the energy of somebody who comes in and is exciting, is fun, is all kinds of excitement. It makes your mind go wild. They even love bomb and talk futuristically and really give you all kinds of hope, and you start fantasizing about how wonderful it's going to be, and you start thinking about your future together and all this and that, and then boom, they're gone. They're hot and they're cold. And then as soon as you pull back a little bit and they realize it, they come back and give you a little bit more just to keep you hanging there. That's the Knight of Wands energy. And it's hard to let go because the energy is intense, and anybody could fall for a Knight of Wands energy. We all have. However, God is saying there is definitely something better, something that is going to take you to your Ten of Pentacles, the till death do us part, the happily ever after, the long-term commitment. So, this is to bring on legacies for generations. The Three of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. This Knight of Wands just is fun, 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 happy, 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 good times and all that, but has no intention of committing to anything because the Knight of Wands energy is afraid of emotions, is afraid of commitment for some reason or other. The Four of Wands of marriage, the finish line, commitment. They don't want anything to do with that, and that's actually what you're looking for here. And I see strength. Could be dealing with the Leos at the bottom of the deck in reverse. And you're a little bit tired of all this here, but you're still hanging on. And Spirit is saying there's something better for you. What is your advice other than this, Spirit, for Aries? The Two of Laurels, the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is, two things I'm hearing Spirit say here. Number one, you're being juggled. They always have other options, this Knight of Wands. And if it's not even another person, it could be, family, friends, children, a job, addictions, whatever. You're being juggled, and you are not one to be juggled. God has something better for you. The second is it's instability. And you are looking for something that's stable and sound and long-term. And this just does not have it. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords, which is Spirit saying what Mystic is telling you is the 100% truth. This is the sword of the truth. And sometimes, like I said, we hold on to the fantasy, even though we really deep down know the truth, but we don't want to give up the fantasy. But in reality, You're holding on to something that does not exist. And while your hands are holding on to this non-existent fantasy, your hands are not available to receive something better from Spirit. That is your message, Aries. It's powerful. If this resonates, like, share, comment, follow. If you're already following, thank you so much. If you haven't yet, please do. It's absolutely free. It's a click of a button, and it helps with the algorithm to get Spirit's message out to other Aries. I do my part. I ask that you help out, and please do yours. It's appreciated. Like, share, comment, follow, all that good stuff that gets the algorithm going. If you're looking for a personal reading or any spell work, my information is in the description, and it is also right here, Aries. If you don't know what spell work is, feel free to ask. I don't mind. It's very powerful and it's real. My spirit team and I have changed many Knight of Wands into Knight of Cups and Kings of Pentacles. It's a fear that they have. In any case, my love team and I, we specialize in reuniting loved ones in all matters of the heart. And we also do financial spells and cord cutting if need be as well in this type of situation. If you're looking for a personal reading, which I highly recommend, so you get a specific message for you and your situation as well as advice. I have personal readings to suit everybody's needs and everybody's budget. And if you're a subscriber, there's discounts available. Once again, I invite you all to subscribe and be a part of the Mystic Genie community. And for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for your support and subscribing. As I promised you, your question that you had in the beginning, now is the time for your answer. So which number did you select from number 1 to 4? If you selected number 1, the answer is no. If you selected number 2, the answer is yes. If you selected number 3, the answer is yes. And if you selected number 4, the answer is no. That is your message, Aries. God bless you till next time. Ciao.